How's it going, everybody? Welcome back to Talking Wolves. We're here for another match review. Apologies, it's a little bit late, but it is Wolves 1, Sheffield United 1. Just finished recording the newest episode of the Talking Wolves podcast, hence why, unfortunately, I wasn't able to get this one out straight away. But a point nonetheless for Wolves. A little bit of a weird game, quite frustrating for me, really. I don't think Sheffield United did enough to win, but Wolves weren't really at their best to get the win either, so probably a draw was the fair result in hindsight, to be fair. Wolves starting a strong team, as we'd expected, and actually Max Kilman coming in at the left centre-back role for the suspended Romain Saiss. I thought Kilman was fantastic. Obviously, we'll talk about that a little bit more as well, but really was looking forward to the game. The Sheffield United are in form. They're a top team and doing really well at the moment. On paper, their team in terms of players isn't actually that strong, but the way Chris Wilder has got Sheffield United playing and how they set up is fantastic, and they will cause teams problems this season. But it was a disastrous start for Wolves, wasn't it? Firstly, obviously kicking the other opposite way to where we normally kick. We were kicking towards the south bank in the first half, which we historically do in the second half. And they went 1-0 up within the first minute. Lisa Mousset, and I don't know what happened. Just fell asleep. It was too easy, to be honest. And a dream start for Sheffield United. And to be honest, for parts of the first half, the way they were coming forward just shortly after as well, they went for an goal. And I know the player was sort of, I think it was Mousset again, that went down and won a free kick. I thought this could be disastrous for Wolves. But to be honest, although Sheffield United had plenty of the ball in periods, I think Wolves, they didn't look threatening at all going forward to actually score the goals. And we grew into the game a little bit more. It was a really slow start from us, but we grew into the game a little bit more. And at the end of the first half, we were knocking on the door a little bit more. And unfortunately, couldn't quite get the goal, although a goal on half-time would have been fantastic. It took until the second half for us to liven up slightly. And finally, we did get that goal through Matt Doherty. Great ball from Raul Jimenez and Matt Doherty at the back post as well. And a great celebration too. Of course, our thoughts with Benik Afobe as well. In that celebration was in regards to with Benik Afobe's family. But David McGoldrick had another couple of great chances, some good saves from Rui Patricio using his feet today to keep us in the game. But as I say, Sheffield United created very, very little. For me, it was probably a game of more negatives rather than positives. Wolves weren't bad. Firstly, a massive thing was that obviously Nuno did not make any substitutions. I think that is a huge, and it could even, if you look into it a little bit deeper, it could be a message to the board. I looked at that subs bench today and just two under-23s players, and I looked at the rest of the subs bench in terms of quality. Probably one of our weakest benches for a long time in relation to the first team squad that we had out as well. But Wolves didn't quite get those clear-cut chances today. Adama Traore, again, at spells looked fantastic, running down the line. Got a couple of good balls in. A lot of them were deep floated balls. I probably would have preferred to see maybe a couple drilled across the box, but that's just me being picky. But at times as well, Adama was frustrating me today. I noticed it a little bit more, just at times, not laziness, but just didn't use his brain to make the correct runs and so on. And again, that's something that we can work on. And Sheffield United did have the look of the second ball. A lot of the time, the ball just seemed to fall for them quite nicely. But it didn't really help when you got a referee like David Coote in charge. Jeez, one of the worst officiating performances I've seen for a long time at Molineux. I just don't think he had a clue. Alongside him, his linesmen as well. Jeez, they were dreadful. But in the end, Wolves got something out of the game. In terms of individuals, one that I was impressed with was Max Kilman. For him to 18 months ago be playing non-league football, to come into our team today, he was fantastic. He fitted in very, very well. He looked like he wanted to get involved. Aerially, he was great as well. Won a lot of his duels, and just on the ball, he looked quite comfortable. One player for me that was pretty disappointing was with Dendoncker. I thought he was pretty sloppy throughout the game, to be honest, and just a lot of the attacks came from that side, and he just didn't quite deal. Just his positioning got caught out once or twice. Jota was quiet as well, which is we just need to get him firing. I think at times he was scared to drill, to run with the ball really at the players. He created a couple of great counter-attacks, to be fair to him, but just in the right areas, didn't want to drive with the ball. But no substitutions for Wolves. We had what we got, and it's going to be an interesting one come in the next couple of weeks or so. West Ham coming up this week. Hopefully we can get something there, preview and review for that coming up. And of course, be sure to go and check out all the Braga content that we had following the free draw in the Europa League. But be sure to hit the like button down below, guys. Subscribe to the channel if you're new, and until next time, I'll see you all very, very soon.